Hey everybody, Brian here, Castle Hives. We got something new here today. Can't wait to show you all what I'm going to do now. Alright everybody, so something that beekeepers accumulate over time is right here, beeswax. Now I want to turn this into this. Look at that. Look at that. So I'm going to show you all how and this is just how I do it. I'm not saying this is how everyone should do it, but I have two molds here, and one of them I'll show you how it looks when it's lit. How about that? Didn't that look nice? So that's the smaller candle here, and I have the mold for that. And then I have kind of like a medium one, and I have the mold for that. So I already have my wax here in bars, and let's get over to the stove and melt some wax down. I'm going to prep both of these molds here. Now this mold here has a slit in it, so you feed the wick through, and then you put rubber bands around it to hold it. This other one doesn't. It has a hole in the bottom where you actually just set the wick into, and then you can set a bobby pin across it so your wick stays straight. So a couple different molds here, but let's get over to the stove, melt some wax, and pour these. That way we can see how these candles turn out. So, and oh, last thing here, and this is all going to go on my Etsy shop. So, and I'll put the link down yonder, you know, to that Etsy shop. But I have Christmas wreath, pumpkin pie, forest pine, and cinnamon. Now, this one here that I've done is cinnamon, and it smells great. So, and you know, like I said, this will all be on my Etsy shop. So let's get over to the stove and melt some wax. All right, let's get this stove on. And real low heat, so you don't want to scorch your wax here. And this is at least, you know, this is just what I do. So I'm going to break some of this, put it in there. Get this one going. And you see here, so I have my wicks centered, and then I'm just going to throw this one here in. I don't know whether I can break that one. That's too thick. But we're just going to melt this wax. Doesn't take long, so you just got to keep an eye on it. And typically what I do too, I have a wax spoon that I just use over and over and over, and you can already see it melting down in there. So this is just, you know, pure natural wax. I already have mixed, I put a little bit of organic coconut oil in it also. It's supposed to make the candles burn a little bit longer. So, and I just spin it. So I won't bore you with this. So let me melt this down real quick, and then we're going to pour it into the molds. All right, so I have the wax melted. Now, these two candles that I'm going to do are forest pine. So I'm going to add in the pine essential oils. Okay, the essential oils are in. Now, give it a good stir. That way, just to make sure that, you know, all the oils and everything is mixed. And now, we're going to come over and very carefully just dump them into each mold. So I'll start with the larger mold first. Fill it up. And now the smaller mold. I'm trying to do this over my silicone, my bar mold here. That way if you get any drippings that it doesn't make a mess on the counter. And I'm going to have to make sure that I watch this just to make sure that that wick there is centered. And any extra, it's just going to get dumped into here, and that will harden, and then I can reuse that for another. So let's let this sit and let these harden. I'm going to really have to watch that one, but let's let this sit a little bit, let this harden some, and then we'll pop them out of these molds, and I'll show you all what these candles look like. All right, everybody, the medium candle is still setting some. I know that one's still setting some, but the smaller candle, I believe, is done. So let's see how this one looks. It's very easy to take this one out as compared to the other mold that I have. You just pop these rubber bands off, and watch this, watch this. Look at that. Let's pop it out. And there we go. Look at that candle now. Look at that. Nice candle. Oh wow, nice pine. I like that. Nice little bee on the side there. Edge there as well. Nice little candle. Sits perfect. So let's give it another minute and we'll let this medium honeycomb cylinder just set a little bit more, and then we'll open that one up and see what that one looks like. So see how it came out. All right, I think this one's ready. If it's not, I'm gonna make a mess. So let me move these and fold that. This one, as you see, it takes a little bit more work to get it to release because the sides are not cut. So what I do is I take it and I flip it and there we go. Oh, got a little splotch there. So this one here came out super nice also. Nice little wick on the top there. I need to just trim up the bottom, but you see here, oh man, nice pine scent on that as well. So these came out super nice. Here's the two that I just did. Those are the first two there. Got a little splotch here. I got to clean that off of the table wax. But like I said, I'll have Christmas wreath, cinnamon, forest pine, and then pumpkin pie. These here that are made already, this is a cinnamon, here is a forest pine. You know, I got to trim that bottom up. This one here is ready as well. They will be on my Etsy store, so the Castle Hives Etsy store. Look for the link, like I said, down in the description. But that's just how I do these candles. It's probably about 90% beeswax and about 10% organic coconut oil. The molds, the smaller mold, I got at Blue Sky Bee Supply. I'll put a link for that. This mold here I got on Amazon. I'll put a link for that as well. The wick that I use, I'll put a link for that in there as well. Very super easy to do. You know, you just melt the wax down, pour it in the molds, let it sit, and how can you go wrong with this? So you all take care. Hopefully you enjoyed this short little video on candle making from you know, all natural beeswax. So everybody, thank you for watching, and until the next time.